In today's session, we will complete a Schedule C tax return along with a bank product. First thing we do is click on New Return. Then we click on Go to Interview. It's best to always start your returns in an interview if you're a new tax preparer, or if it's your first year using the software and you don't have to carry forward. This person is filing as a head of household. Answer this question for the earned income tax credit. Click Next. Software is very easy to use. It's best to always do yourself some training returns prior to doing live returns just to get comfortable using our tax software. City and state populate based off of the zip code. Enter both telephone numbers. Click Next. We're in the identity validation and verification screen. We're going to enter that they have a driver's license. I'll put the number. Issue date. Expiration date. Driver's license was issued in the state of Texas, TX. And it was in-person validation. We actually saw the driver's license. Any type of special processing, if any of this applies to your client, just click the appropriate one. But on this return, none of it applies. So we click Next. This is asking, does the client want to contribute to the presidential election fund? Are they blind, disabled, or can they be claimed by someone else? And all that is no, so we're going to click Next. Dependents, asking are there any dependents? We're going to say she has one dependent, so we click Next. Next again. Then we'll click on Edit to enter the dependent information. Say this is her daughter. Lived in the household 12 months, qualifies for EIC. Child that lives with her. Click into the EIC field. Click Save to save the dependent. That is the only dependent on this tax return. That's asking about types of income. This tax return, we're going to do a Schedule C. And this person, she did not receive a W-2 from anyone or 1099. So we're going to skip past this screen and we're going to enter the Schedule C directly into the tax return. If she would have received a 1099, we will enter the 1099 in the software and then it will automatically populate a Schedule C. Asking about any assets, she don't have any of that. Any adjustments to income, if she had anything, you just click the appropriate box and it'll pull it into the tax return. We're going to say she didn't have any of that. Schedule A, deductions, she didn't have any of that. Most lower income taxpayers are going to go with the standard deduction anyway. Extra questions asking about education credits, adoptions, household employees, paying over $1,000 for household employees, fuel credits, any of that apply, you would click the appropriate box. Otherwise, just click Next. State return, no. This return is in the state of Texas. We don't pay state taxes. So we are finished with the interview. So we click Next. Now all we have to do is get the red out of the return and enter the income information. So we're going to go down and see what is red. The date is red, so we'll turn that screen green. Then we're going to look at the bank products. We want to make sure that we have bank products and Republic Bank selected. That's the bank that this office uses. If this client did not want a bank product, we would unselect, deselect the bank products and Republic Bank, and we will select e-file only. But this customer most definitely wants a bank product because they don't have the money to pay for tax prep out of pocket. ACA, both the mom and the child had health insurance and they did not get it through the marketplace, so we're going to click no and no. They both had minimum essential coverage for the entire year. That turned that one green. Now we'll go to 1040 page 1. It's going to ask, did she itemize last year? And she did not, so we're going to click that. Okay, now we're going to add the income. So we're going to add a form. Click over on the plus sign. Schedule C. We'll say she had a maid service. Cash account method. Gross receipts, she didn't receive a 1099, and so she declared her income. She said she made $10,000. She said she bought some supplies for $1,000, so we're looking for something. Supplies, $1,000. All right, so that completes that section. EIC worksheet. She has a social security number. Wasn't a resident alien. Child could not be a qualifying child on someone else's return. Yes. Yes. No. Qualifying social security number, yes. Be careful with these questions because you answer them incorrectly, EIC will not calculate. Then we go to the 8867, page 1. Yes. 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 Okay, that page is complete. Page 2. Just read these questions and answer them appropriately. Okay, now this form should just require the date, disclosure form should just require the date. That's the importance of setting up the template where all these forms will automatically load with your information. Okay, that form is green. Now we go over to the Republic app. This person wants to apply for the Easy Advance, so we click this box. It automatically defaults to the $800 Easy Advance because she's getting back less than $2,500. This is a yes. and the taxpayer is responsible. She wants to get a printed check. She wants a text message. So we're going to go back and put the cell phone number on the main info. We got copies of her social security cards in the file. She did file a tax return last year. Only thing that's missing is the cell phone on that page, so we'll go to main info. Go back over to the form tree, and the bank application is green. Now we go to the oral disclosure. We read that to the taxpayer, so we check that one. That is green. So now we can run diagnostics. Looks good. Print the return. There is the tax return. We can create the e-file. Simple. Save and close the return. We see that the e-file has been created. We go to the e-filing window. Go to select and submit the e-files. Check the box next to the one we want to send. We click continue. It's going to take us to another screen. Click continue again, and that return is gone. That completes this training session.